Get it in.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bears and the Bengals coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Play action, Fields. And his first pass is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's upended at the 33. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now Fields over the middle. That's caught by Claypool. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Taken down at the 47-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, but they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. 3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here's Fields. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive, INT. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool from 6 yards away. And the Bears are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. The 10.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they begin in a glorious spot, to say the least. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. They'll run with Montgomery. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. On 2nd and goal. Fields looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, I don't know if thought they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Here we go.
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular stretch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. Plenty of scoring here already. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And give him a... If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but got to put those doubts to rest right there.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. That's the tight end Hurst with it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are on the board here in this Super Bowl. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The Bears on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now a pass hauled in downfield. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 72 yards. 72 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. fields it right around the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Joe Burrow back out there for the next Bengal possession. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11, MP, take. Left side.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs